Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We got us a series. Indiana 116, OKC 107, 2-1 lead with another game in Indy. Can they possibly go up 3-1? Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. I am your favorite uncle, Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host, Liberty City's own, Bingle Ring of Fame honoree, Pro Bowler, All-Pro, wearing his ISO Joe cutoff hoodie. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson.
Hold on. Not just the hoodie, I got the shorts.
You got them hoochie daddies on? Yeah. He out there looking like John Black and Rowe. The third member of our team, y'all know him, Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas native, University of Arkansas alum, played a number of years, at least 15 years in the NBA. That's ISO Joe Johnson. And joining us, special guest to break down this game. Y'all know him, 75th anniversary team, NBA champion, defensive player of the year, Olympic gold medal winning, GP, the glove, Gary Payton. GP, what it do?
What's happening,
Man, good. Thanks for joining us, bro.
For sure.
Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button. And guys, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We want to thank each and every one of you that have watched us, that have listened to us, that have downloaded our things, and spread the word. Catch Nightcap with Uncle Ocho. We greatly appreciate your support, and hopefully we get your continued support. Please make sure you check out Shai by Laportier. We have it in stock. Now, if you can't find it in a city or a state near you, you can best believe we are coming to a city or a state near you. But in the meantime, order it online. It's the best tasting premium VSOP cognac on the market. Order it online. You will not be disappointed. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Check out my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84 with 84 being spelled out. The link is pinned in the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they are gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. The Pacers beat the Thunder. The Pacers win the first finals game in Indy in 25 years, take a 2-1 lead with another game in Indy, 116-107. They did a better job of limiting Shai at the free throw line. He only got to the line 6 times, 9 of 20 from the floor. They did a great job on him. But still, the Thunder had 3 guys with 20 or more points. But it was the bench of the Indiana Pacers that won this game. Benedict Mathurin had his best game, 27 points, a career high, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. T.J. McConnell came in and did what T.J. McConnell normally does. And Obi Toppin was flying high. That putback dump really energized the crowd. Joe, we're going to start to you, and then we're going to pass it off to GP. How did the Pacers win this game?
Man, Ocho, GP, they had that intensity that they needed, especially from the bench. I thought OKC outplayed them in that first quarter, but when they made them subs, Mathurin, TJ McCollum, they came in, rose the energy up to another level, took it to another level. And you look at Mathurin, the way he played, man, just being aggressive offensively, making plays, just being disruptive defensive. TJ, I don't know how many steals he got that led to points. And OKC was just so careless with the basketball. It was uncharacteristic of them tonight. But we got to give Indiana credit, man. They've been doing it all postseason, like we continue to say, and we continue to count them out. But they continue to keep fighting. And tonight, they pretty much, had control of this basketball pretty much throughout the entire game.
T.J. McConnell had 5 steals tonight. GP, you watch this game in its entirety. In Indiana, the team, they go on the road, and every series they won game 1. They lost game 2 in OKC. It was really a blowout, but they come home. They normally lose game 3, but tonight was different. They got off to a slow start in the first quarter. They pick it up, get 40 points. They got 40 points against the best defensive team in basketball in the second quarter, and then have a little lull in the third quarter. They pick it right back up in the fourth and go get 32. So in those combined quarters, the second and the fourth, they get 72 points. What were they able to do tonight that caused OKC so much trouble in this ball game?
Well, Shannon, what I really think is that what Joe said was that they picked up their intensity on defense. I think they were into a lot of players a lot more. I think they were into Shai a lot more. then Shai tried to take it onto his hands and become one of them players where he wanted to prove that he can go instead of passing the basketball and getting it around and getting other players involved. So they picked up the defense and they did a great job. I think, to me, where they lose basketball games, OKC, is when they get out of their means, when they turn the ball over. When they turn the basketball over, they're not OKC. And then that takes away from their defense because their lows get down. And then what Indiana did was when they turned the ball over, they scored. They scored the basketball. When people turn the ball over and you score, that takes a lot of oomph off of you. Then what they did was in the third quarter, they try to neutralize it. They go up, 5 at the end of the third. But then what do the subs come and do for Indiana? They come and pick that energy back up. They pick the energy back up off of turnovers. And then it takes away from your game when you turn the basketball over and you score. You can say, I think off of turnovers, I think they outscored them by 20. I think Indiana outscored them by almost 20 points. And that hurt them. And then at the end of the game, if you don't make free throws to get back in the game, if they make them free throws, this game becomes closer. And then when the Indiana comes down, they put pressure on them to score the basketball. But if you don't score, if you don't hit these free throws, what happens? They come down there and be comfortable. They still up 8 or 9 points, and you lose a basketball game. And that's what happened. But you got to give the credit to Indiana for coming off the bench with their high energy, and they take the game to them. They're at home. They took the game to them. And I don't know how Oklahoma's going to come back, but I think they're going to come back strong because they know that they're going to have to match their intensity because Indiana is not going to come here and just lay down.
Right. And you look at it, we talked about something the other night, guys. We said, Shai. I said, man, when he come out that pick and roll, double his ass, trap him. Yeah. You see what they did tonight? They trapped his ass, Joe. Yeah. They got turnovers off that. They tied him up, got jump balls. You got to try something. You cannot let him play one-on-one. He's as good a one-on-one player as they have in the NBA. If he puts that shoulder into him and gets separation, go ahead, GP.
Who do you think? What team, Joe, and you too, and Ocho, when they don't win with a star player, and people do that to them all the time, what team is that? The Golden State Warriors, when they did Steph Curry like that.
Yes.
They are not an effective basketball team. And I think a lot of teams got to understand, one-on-one basketball players, when they come off the pick and roll, get the ball out of their hand and make people who don't know what they do, that's not normal of doing that and handling the basketball and making big-time plays, make them make big-time plays. Yeah. And Oklahoma only has one guy who can do that besides Shai, and that's Williams. He's the only other basketball player that can do it. Yeah. And what do? They let him score all the points, and they take Shai out, and he go 9 for 20, and they lose the basketball game off of turnovers. But, I still think Oklahoma should be really confident because you're turning the ball over that many times and still in a basketball game to win it. Your confidence got to be high.
Ocho, we looked at OKC, what they did to Indiana the first game. They turned them over 25 times. They lost the game. Indiana found a way to get close in the fourth, and they won it down the stretch. We watched the second game. I think they turned them over 17, 18 times, and they won the ball game going away. This game, they only created 14 turnovers. Indiana did a better job of taking care of the basketball. Now, in Haliburton, he didn't have his best game handling the ball because Haliburton doesn't normally turn the ball over. He had 2 or 3 really careless turnovers. Like they picked him like at half court, which he normally doesn't do. What do you think OKC needs to do to make sure they don't go down 3-1 going back to OKC? Because, look, they had 3 guys with 20-plus points. Again, Shai was not as efficient this game as he was the second game. Remember, he was like, 11 of 21 the second game? Yeah. He had 34 the first game. He was really inefficient, had 38. But you had Chet Holmgren, 6 of 15, inefficient. They shot the ball 47% from the floor. They had 20 points from Chet. They got 26 from Jalen Williams. They got 24 from Shai, but their bench didn't give them anything. Remember, Joe, Ocho, GP, the last game, their bench, remember Wallace, remember Caruso, what they gave them off the bench, the tide was flipped. You got 27. You got 49 points from Indiana's bench. Ocho, what do you see? What did you like about what you saw from Indiana and what you didn't like from OKC?
Well, listen, honestly, I picked the Pacers to
You
win the
did.
series, so I like what I saw from
You like everything you saw.
I like everything I saw from them. Listen, the Pacers just played to me from based on my eyes and my little bit of knowledge of basketball that I've learned to date. The Pacers tonight played their most complete game of the finals. They didn't wait until they was down. They didn't wait until they was down to decide to kick in gear. Defensively, what they did defensively, getting the ball out of Shai's hands, coming off those picks, coming off those rolls, and forcing other people to make plays, I think that was key. Defensively, what they were able to do. The goddamn bench was really the stars. It wasn't Haliburton. It wasn't Siakam. It wasn't Nembhard. It was what them boys did off the bench. They got damn TJ McConnell and young brother. I ain't heard nobody named Benedict, boy, since 1968. You hear me? Hey, Uncle, I ain't gonna tell you on that, but Benedict, excuse me if I put your last name, Benedict Mathurin. Did I say that right? Mathurin. You should. Mathurin. Okay, Mathurin. Boy, young boy had 27. What he was? 27.
4 rebounds, 1 assist, a block.
Efficient.
He was efficient. He was a game score higher. He had zero fear. He had zero fear. GP. But listen, this wasn't just like a heat check shooting, right? This was playoff poise.
I like they letting him play too. But you know what? I've noticed something about him. When he doesn't get in foul trouble early, you notice when he gets in foul trouble early, it takes some of his aggressiveness away from him. He's not the same player, GP, Joe, and Ocho.
Yeah.
He's not the same. Tonight, he stayed out of foul trouble. He stayed aggressive from the moment Carlisle put him in the game. He was aggressive for the entirety of the game.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, and when you look at Haliburton, look how he started the game. I know they didn't win the first quarter, but he was ultra aggressive in that first quarter. He was ultra aggressive. We talk about his aggressiveness to start the game. He wasn't passing. He was looking for his shot. He was getting to the cup. He was getting in the paint, causing havoc and being disruptive in OKC's defense and making plays. And GP, you know this. When you got a team shooting 51% from the field, hell, it's gonna be hard to beat them, man.
Every time.
It's like OKC. It's like their defense has kind of went into a lapse to where they can't get stops. It's hard for them to get stops, so it's hard for them to get out and get points. So if you playing in this high-scoring game like this, 116 points for the Pacers, this is the pace they want. They want it high-scoring like this.
But you know what the problem is, Joe, is that all of their players are aggressive. That's the problem. It's not just one guy, 2, 3 guys aggressive. It's coming out being aggressive. And against a great defensive team, what do you have to do to a great defensive team? Attack them. You have to attack every time, and all of them are attacking. And then on the other end, they're being aggressive more. And they don't care. A lot of them getting 3 and 4 fouls. Then they hear a sub, and then Carlisle sub, bring in somebody else, and everybody's comfortable. When you get a team that's comfortable and that can match you, and this Indiana team can match Oklahoma, they are not going to beat them. They're not going to beat them if you let them be comfortable and they don't turn the ball over and they make you turn the ball over and get you out of your game. They're not going to beat them, and especially at home. They're not going to beat the Indiana team that can be more aggressive and have the energy coming in and making shots and doing things. They're not going to beat them.
I agree.
And you look at it, they had, the Rick Carlisle's doing a great job with minutes. Siakam, 32 minutes. Nesmith, 22 minutes. Turner, 30 minutes. Nembhard, 33 minutes. Haliburton, 36 minutes. Obi Toppin, 28 minutes. McConnell, 15 minutes. Mathurin, 22 minutes. Shepherd, 18 minutes. You see? Hey, give me everything you got while you out there. And when you get tired, put your hands up and I'll put somebody else in the game.
Yeah, and they have no let up.
No let up. And like you said, they're being aggressive. They know it's become very difficult, guys. We know OKC has a great defense. You got to stay out of half court. Because if you let those guys, because they got tremendous wing defenders. Yeah. Everybody is scrappy. Everybody got hands. You look at Wallace. You look at Dort. You look at Caruso, Isaiah Joe Wiggins. All those guys can sit in the chair and slide multiple times. So they're doing a great job trying to get points in transition so they can't set up. Yeah. I love what I saw. Look, Indiana, everybody has to wrote them off. I mean, they were like one of the biggest favorites, OKC were, to win the finals that we've had in a very, very long time.
Absolutely.
Indiana said, guess what? We weren't favored against Milwaukee. We weren't favored against the, Cleveland. We weren't favored against the Knicks. So we're not going to be favored. So guess what? We're going to have one of the, if they were to win this would be one of the most improbable runs. And when you figure they're doing it without a superstar player, when was the last time somebody won a finals without a superstar player?
Wait, whoa, hold on. You're saying they don't have a superstar player, but they have a player that's playing like a superstar and is having a historic playoff run.
No, making shots doesn't make you a superstar, Ocho. Haliburton is not a superstar.
I'm agreeing with you on that one.
Hold on.
I'm agreeing with Unc on that. He's not a superstar. He's a player. He's a good basketball player, but he's not a superstar. You might be right, Ocho. He's playing like a superstar right now. He's playing like that right now. He's stepping up to the game because I think, in my mind, he's an all-around complete point guard. He makes everything happen. He thinks get his players into it first, and then he does everything, and then he'll score. When he has to. But he's not that player to score. I'm not going to say go get him and put him on a team, and then I think I can get 40 from him every night. That's not going to happen. But he is playing like a superstar right now. I will give you that, Ocho. He's not a superstar,
right?
But he's playing like that.
Go ahead, Ocho.
Right. Hey, think about it. We had that conversation before, not long ago. Remember we talked about superstar and star? What's the first thing I say? Listen, he's a star. He's a star. But the way he's playing in this playoffs, coming up in clutch moments for the Pacers, is like he's a goddamn superstar. And just based on what I've seen right now, the piggyback off what GP saying, he's a star playing like a superstar in the most opportune moments for the Pacers. And when they win these series, like I told y'all what's gonna happen, Joe, you $100 too, Joe. I'm just gonna sneak that in there, Joe. You owe me $100 too. I'm just listen. Money out of sight, call the fight. I don't want to. Listen, GP, listen. So listen. The last series, obviously the Knicks didn't win, so I was upset. So Joe and I, we got a little bet. So it depending on each game, we got $100 bet on each game.
And you don't want to. So that's 200 and Joe won one. So you up 100. The math come right. Right. Hey, Joe, cash happy, man.
Hali playoff heroics have earned him a new nickname in the Basketball Reference. His name now is GP, Ocho, and Tyrese the Moment Haliburton.
I get that to him.
I like it.
I like it because he plays in the moment. He'll get what he has to in the moment. He'll make a big shot at that moment. He might not be playing well at all time, but when the moment comes and the lights shine on him, he always performs. So I will give him that nickname. I
like it. I like what you said. That he went to the store and he was just, he just went and didn't do nothing. Nah, try on some ish. Right. You in the store, I'm gonna try on a pair of jeans, I'm gonna try on a shirt. Hey, let me see. How much them shoes? I would try on something. Tonight, he came out. He wasn't looking to just pass the ball. Siakam, you do it. Miles Turner. Nimhart. No, you. Yeah. You the guy. And you see when he's aggressive, when he's in the 20s and he has 11 assists. So now he's giving you his 20. Now you got 11 assists. A couple of those going to have to be off the threes. Yeah. So now he's getting everybody involved and he's involved.
I agree.
They can definitely win this series if he's going to play like that. But we shouldn't have to have damn, Hali, come on, bro. Why we got to tell you every other game you need to be aggressive? That should be understood. The game is so much easier for you guys when you do what you're – and I understand, GP, he's a pass-first point guard. He's not – first of all, he's a true point guard. We got a lot of guys masquerading. They're masquerading as points, but they're really two guards. Right. Russ, Harden, Luka. Those are really two who's masquerading as points.
Shannon, in the NBA, tell me, what did all the point guards play in this NBA right now? The point guards, what did they play in college? The two guard.
Yeah.
Two, yes.
30 to a 1. And that's why I hate when people come to my area and talk about, oh, he's one of the greatest point guard. No, you're not.
He's too masquerading as a point.
Get out of my lane, man. when I was playing, man, we was true point guards, man. You understand me? These are twos. I watched them in college play the two. They was converted to a 1. You know what I'm saying? He is true. It's only 2 point guards in the NBA right now. And that's Chris Paul and him. They're true point guards that look to pass the ball and get people better, and then they come and do. But Haliburton, he does everything. He rebounds the basketball.
Yeah,
he makes assists, and then he scores when he has to. You know what I'm saying? And that's a point guard to me.
Absolutely.
He was a rebound short of a triple-double. Hold on, Ocho. He was a rebound short of a triple-double. 22 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds. He was 9 rebounds. 1 rebound short of a triple-double. Go ahead, Ocho.
GP, I'm glad we agreed on what we talked about earlier about Haliburton being a star and not a superstar. What do you need to see from him? What do you need to see from him for him to be a superstar in your eyes? What else?
Ocho,
run
but what team he's on? To me, for you to be a superstar nowadays in this era, and Joe would know that. I think you have to be more of a scorer. You have to be more dominant. You know what I'm saying? And he's not that type of basketball player. So what it is that now people have to say you a superstar because of what his production is every night. Now, if he comes and get a triple-double and averages a triple-double for the year, now you become a superstar. And then your team is winning on a consistent basis and doing the things that you do, then you got to do it. But as Joe know, you got to be known to be a superstar. That's it.
Man, listen.
They got to just start saying, oh,
brand recognition.
Yeah, you got to get recognition. And
Ocho, how much money you paying to go see Haliburton?
Don't do that.
Hey, GP, Joe, you better tell him.
Yeah, but listen, that is true, Ocho. Who is coming every night to say, I'm gonna pay $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 to come see Haliburton?
Okay, that's not a Pacers fan.
Yeah, a lot of Pacers fan but where you go, you gotta go to what? 30 some other.
But you got 41 games on the road.
Yeah,
though.
You gotta go to 30. You gotta go to 30 some other cities. You gotta go to like 29 or whatever. How many teams? It's 29, 30 teams. You gotta go to 29 other cities and see who comes and pay that money for him. He's gonna be the man in Indiana. Yes, that's where he plays at.
He's perfect for them.
Yeah, that's what he is.
He's perfect for Indiana, and we're not trying to minimize. I like that nickname. That nickname, the moment, is very marketable. He should run with that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm putting that on my shoes. As a matter of fact, I'm changing my social media. I'm the moment. You see what Paul Pierce did with the truth? You see what Kobe did with Mamba?
Yeah.
Hey, Shaq. Hey, nobody calls Shaquille. He's Shaq. He the Diesel.
Yeah.
Well, he every
Jordan was Era. LeBron,
every name.
Got everybody. He the big Aristotle, the big Chamber DC.
Oh, he everything.
hey, look, we gotta give Indiana their credit though, man. They offense is fueled. You know, it's been fueled by their defense. The way they pick up full court, they've done it the whole postseason. They've been disruptive. And I think that's the most gratifying thing for me when I watch them play. Because even when they down, GP, they still picking up 94 feet.
Yeah.
They picking up 94 feet. They gonna wear you down. And I like the fact that they switched up the coverages today. Like, man, don't get Shai a steady dive. Make him think about it. Because now when he come off that pick and roll, GP, Ocho, and Unk, now he thinking like, okay, damn, are they trapping? Are they gonna be in a drop? What they gonna be in? So now he's kind of second guessing himself on how to make his moves. And I thought it worked for him tonight.
Hey, he turned his back. Hey, if he turned his back, hey, the guy that he turned his back to, go to him.
Absolutely.
But they got 4 guys that do that, and they're pressuring. And what they're doing is they're trading off guarding, and they keeping pressure on him. Yeah. And now what that does to Shai is that he starts saying, "I can't get my game off. I can't get my game off." So what he do? He start forcing things.
Yes.
He try to split. Right. He try to start to go by. He won't even give up the ball. If the double come, he'll keep it. And then they'll start putting their hands in there and sticking them. And he turned the ball over. But the one thing that's killing him the referees are not calling that Nick.
They didn't let them play.
Yeah.
They let them play.
They let them play.
So that's hurting too, because he usually gets them fouls. But now I'm giving him that. Even when he's going to the bucket and they're bumping him, they're not calling that. And he's taking fouls. He's taking shots. He does say like it's going to be an and one. But them balls are just saying, them referees are saying, no, play. This is what we're going to do. And it's making this game very hard right now.
We've given OKC guys a lot of credit. I think we need to give Nimhard. We need to give Neesmith. We need to give Mappert. We need to give Shepard. We need to give those guys credit because they're doing, as you said, they're doing an unbelievable job. Each guy is a little different. Each guy has a different body type, and they're playing him different ways. So he's not getting used to any one person. Neesmith got him for a minute. Nimhard to take him. And now Mappert comes in. Mappert takes him. And then Shepard comes in. He'll deal with him. Hey, Siakam. Hey, look. Once he turn his back. Hey, y'all come. Because he's not one of these point guards like a Luka or LeBron that's really that he goes to the basket and he's looking to kick out for a three. He's looking to get the ball up to the rim. So hey, come from behind, swat that. How many times did Siakam get it down? How many times did Miles Turner? So I think we need to give. And rightfully so. OKC, we know what they are defensively. But I think we need to give the Pacers because they're doing an unbelievable job. 20 points in the third quarter. They gave up 15. They get 15 points in the fourth quarter. 28 points in the second quarter. So that's 43 points over 2 quarters.
And look at the Pacers, man. They had 11 blocks tonight.
Yes.
11 blocks. So that lets you know they contesting everything. They're very aggressive. And they making it tough on OKC, man. I love to see it, guys. This has been a pretty good series, if you ask me, especially from a defensive standpoint, from what Indiana is trying to impose their will, feeding off that crowd tonight. It looked amazing in there. And, you know, they was able to come away with the victory. So OKC got to get back to the drawing board, man. They got to come out with much more energy and be able to sustain. Hey, look, GP, in the fourth quarter, I look with 4-5 minutes left. Everybody for OKC was grabbing their shorts, bent over, grabbing their shorts. They were dead dog tired. And that's what Indiana want. They're going to pressure you all game, and hopefully you die out toward the end. I thought toward the end it was a telltale because they started missing free throws. I was like,
18 points.
And Joe,
excuse me, my bad, 18 points. OKC scored 18 points, not 15 in the fourth quarter. Go ahead, GP.
Joe, this is just like a prize fighter.
Yeah.
If you get beat on for 12 and 15 rounds and keep knocking, what are you going to do? You're going to get tired. And then by the time it comes to the end of the game, you're going to be dead tired and you're going to fool around and get knocked out. You see what I'm saying? And that's just the way game goes. And that's what Indiana is doing. And Shannon, you said it. We got to give credit really to Carlisle because his game plan that's doing what he's doing. He's telling them to double. He's telling them to come behind and block shots. And then what he do? He started subbing. He said, now you take it.
Right.
You get for 3 minutes. You pressure him. You dog him out for 3 minutes. Now you go get him for 3 more minutes. Now you go get him for 3 more minutes. And what they're doing is, like a prize fighter, they're wearing you down. When we used to see fighters, man, if they jabbed you and jabbed you and jabbed you and kept you away, what did you do? They got frustrated. Boxers start getting frustrated because you getting that head all toe up. You know what I'm saying? You get this all beat down. And what they doing is they beating his body down, and he's trying to force things now, and it's not working. They're going to have to come with a game plan where they're going to have to kick the ball, and other people are going to have to produce. And that's just because they're not going to let Shai play the game. He's the MVP. He's a superstar, and he hurts you. Now, what I do? I take that type of basketball player out of the game. And once they do that, they're going to win games like this. And Oklahoma City is going to have to get a game plan and come with something different for game 4. Yeah,
I'm not letting them play one-on-one. Go ahead, Ocho.
And say, GP and Joe, listen, I think this is the rest of the series. Shai is going to have to pick his spots. He's going to have to choose his spots and change his game a little bit. You know, maybe you can come out and be as assertive as you like to be. You know you're not going to get those fouls, so you got to pick and choose in spurts when to take those shots, when to drive, when to try to create those fouls. You know, when to get to your midi, when to put the ball on the floor, when to kick it out. If they trapping you the way they are trapping you, maybe your approach to the game in general has to be completely different and getting everybody else involved first. and then picking your shots and your chances and when to be assertive and hoping, you guys can win on the defensive end.
Yeah.
Maybe transition, getting some easy buckets to get yourself in rhythm, but outside of that, I really don't see the Pacers coming up off this lead the way it is. We already up, and I told y'all before the series started that the Pacers was probably going to win this series because the rest of the world had crowned the Thunder, the NBA champions already, and this is just what I expected to happen.
Also, what I think what Shai has to do is he has to get rid of the ball a little sooner, but he's got to start moving. Once you get rid of the ball, start cutting on him a little bit and get easier buckets, because what he wants to do is he wants to ISO. He wants you one-on-one. He wants you one-on-one. If he gets you one-on-one, you're done. But now they're doing him, and they understand that. And I go again to Carlisle. He understands that this kid is very good one-on-one basketball player if you're by yourself. So he doesn't want him to play by himself. A lot of coaches don't understand that. They let your players just play. And in this era, you
guys are too good.
Anybody play like that. They're killed.
Right.
So he's not letting it happen, and he's understanding. And look, he's getting rewarded with it. He's getting wins, and his players are getting a lot of confidence. Oklahoma City has got to win game 4, or this is over. I don't see him beating them 3 in a row.
GP, you said something very interesting. You say he needs to get some easier baskets, like cut without the basketball, but that's not his game. That's Steph Curry's game. There are not a whole lot of guards. There are not a whole lot of players, because I'm not gonna do something that I haven't been doing, and I'm gonna do it in the biggest games of my life. That's not what he does. See, what makes Steph so hard, Steph can handle the ball, and he's also great. He's more dangerous when he does not have the ball. Because if you let your guard down for just a second, a 3 ball is going up, and it's probably going to hurt you. See, that's not Shai. Like you said, Shai wants the ball. He wants to play one-on-one. He's going to put that shoulder in your chest, create separation, and then get the shot off. Well, if you let him play one-on-one, you can't stop that, because they're not going to call him for a charge, because he was dislodging Nesmith. He was dislodging them hard. So they're not going to call that. But I'm going to take the ball out of his hands. Now, if he starts moving without the ball, I'll adjust after that. But I'm not letting him play one-on-one against them with nobody.
Hey, GP.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear what you think. What do you think about the lineup change with Holmgren at the 5? Because, Hardenstein, like tonight, he was kind of non-existent, if you ask me. So what do you think about the lineup change with them just going with one big? I know they probably don't want Holmgren playing against Pascal Siakam at the 4, but I just feel like defensively, man, they gotta clog up the paint a little bit. Be a little more tough down there, and being able to rebound, get one shot, rebound, or even get second chance shots on the offensive end. Because I feel like that's one area that's kind of hurting them.
Joe, you absolutely right. Me, I wouldn't switch it. I'll keep Holmgren at the 4 and get my big guy in there. But what I would do, Joe, I would punish Indiana on the other end by trying to go into him and make it a physical game.
Right.
And go in and out with him. That's why it's messing up, because they can't match up with them like that, and that hurt them. And he's got to perform. I don't care that mediocre game. He's got to be big every game, and I don't think that is what he's doing. He's got to be big every game. I wouldn't have switched my lineup. I would have still been with him, getting rebounds, getting things over, being aggressive, and keeping that in. And then when they sub, I would sub with them. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it got to go. And I think the lineup change was not a good one. I would have stayed with my big man and punished them inside, get rebounds, and keep myself in the basketball game. And you're right, Joe. That was a big difference to me. I seen that, and I said, that's not going to work, because they don't match up with them very well.
Indiana getting a lot of layups, guys, on the offensive end. Like,
you know what I think happened, Joe?
What's that?
I think Dag saw what Cleveland with 2 bigs got blown out. The Knicks played 2 bigs, and so he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make the adjustment, because you see with Mobley and what's the big Allen, Jared Allen, 2 bigs, they lose 4-1. Karl Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson. So he's thinking that like, well, hold on. None of my guys, first of all, Hardenstein is not an offensive weapon. So he's only going to get floaters and possibly putbacks. Hold on. Siakam held his own against Cat. He held his own against Evan Mobley. Chet ain't gonna play with his
But
back to the basket.
but think
He's
about
gonna
it.
play out on the perimeter.
But Shannon, they can't guard Siakam. You see,
No.
that's the difference. They can't guard him. They're too big for that. This big guy, I'll just put him on Turner, and then we'll equalize it. The thing. As soon as Turner goes out the game, I do it. Even with two big men, you still have to attack them. The two, I don't think the Knicks big men are that good. Only Towns. That's the only one I think. And then Cleveland, Mobley and Allen didn't have a good series, period. You know what I'm saying? And they started off hurt from the get when you know they were already hurt. So that was just a little different. I think if Cleveland would have been a little healthier, they would have been cool and they would have did it. But with this right here, I think you don't change your style when you've been going with it all year.
Hey,
Yeah, you don't change your style. You stick with it and go and knock people down. And I just think that they got to equalize it. When they sub, they sub. Joe, you know it. You sub people when they sub. You gotta do that, and that's just the way it goes. And I just think Oklahoma is just getting outplayed right now.
they are.
Period.
They are.
Y'all just gotta understand it. They're just getting outplayed. We can't give them no excuse. They're just getting outplayed. That's it.
And you know what, GP, Joe and Unc, not only are they getting outplayed, but Oklahoma's obviously making it easier for Indiana too with
Absolutely.
the turnovers.
I agree.
Turnovers. You know, that too. And also, I forgot when I said about OKC having those bigs out there on the court. Obviously, Shet is really no threat defensively outside of length and height.
Yeah, he's a rim protector. He's not an on ball defender.
Yeah.
Their on ball
Right.
defenders are the wing players, and they got a plethora of those.
Yeah.
And because Chet doesn't have enough bricks in his back pocket, he's not going to play with his back to the basket. Siakam is under no threat. So if he goes with Miles Turner can play Chet Holmgren. He can play him on the wing, or he can play him down low because he's no threat.
Yeah.
Only on the wing is he a threat.
Yeah.
And so Hartenstein is only looking to get loose balls. He's going to rebound. He's going to give you second chance points, but he's not an offensive. So they're not even worried about him. And so now, what you do is that you become smaller. You don't give yourself second chance opportunities. You don't give yourself a rebounding. You don't give yourself defensive prowess because look, you got enough defense. If you got Lou Dort, you got Jalen Williams and Shai. Shai was 1-2 in steals.
Yeah.
We know what Lou Dort is. He's an all-defensive player. We know what Jalen Williams is. He's an all-defensive player. You got plenty of defense. Why would you ever do that when you won 68 games with that big lineup?
Telling you,
I don't know
would
why.
never. And Shannon, you're saying what I'm saying. I would have never changed my lineup. I'm not gonna make them change my lineup of what I've done all year. I won 68 games. I don't care what nobody say with that lineup. So you don't do it. And then I didn't want to say nothing about the light ass, but you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to say nothing, but he too light. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work that way, man. So I'm just saying, y'all, you don't change. You stick with what you've been doing.
GP, Ocho, and Joe, I can make an adjustment once I see what you're doing, but I'm not going to adjust before I even get to the damn game. I'm making adjustments when I don't need to.
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm getting killed by their smaller lineups, well then here the problem is this is what Golden State got a lot of teams to do. I'm taking my bigs off the court. No, y'all need to keep y'all bigs on the court and punish them down low. Get somebody to play with their back to the basket and punish Draymond or punish Steph, punish Clay. But when you try to go small, and that's what they wanted you to do. They wanted you to take your big out. And now Draymond's playing the 5. You got Ayyyy and you got all those little guys running around. That's not how you play.
Right.
You play how you play. Let them play how you play and then make adjustments accordingly.
Wait, I'm sorry, Shannon. Ocho, Shannon just said about Golden State, about you was trying to adjust. What did Minnesota do to him? Minnesota kept their bigs in there and killed them on that small lineup and went at them. You seen Randall, he averaged 30. You know what I'm saying? And then they picked the big boy that came from Oklahoma, Adams. They were killing them. They couldn't get a rebound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was bad. And then Oklahoma City is doing the same thing right now. They're getting one and done, and they ain't getting no rebounds. They ain't doing anything.
Right. Hey, look, when you look at the intangibles that Hardenstein brings, like he sets great picks on Ocho and GP.
Yes.
He will lay wood on them guys
And roll to the basket and get a dunk.
But look, when he rolled to the basket, even if he ain't got the little floater, he makes great decisions by spraying out for threes or hitting homebridge for a lob dunk or something. Like, man, I just feel like they at least need to even try to go back to it. And look, if it don't work in the first 5 to 7 minutes, okay, we can sub. But like you say, we won 68 games off that. Why are we changing when we the best team the whole entire season? I never understood that.
Hey, Joe, GP, I hear y'all, Uncle, I hear you too, but I think they made that change in that lineup simply because Hardenstein, they understand, listen, okay, getting a few boards or getting a few putbacks or getting a few alleys, coming off picks and rolls or whatnot, he's still a liability on defense. He's a liability. And the way them goddamn Pacers transition, when they do grab them balls off the court, they going up and down, and then it's like it's goddamn 4 and goddamn 5.
But Ocho,
and
he's not that much of a liability.
Ocho, he ain't that much liability. Now Turner in the game too. All he got to do is run. Get down the floor, man. I'm just telling you. He ain't that much liability. He got to get down the floor. Like we said, he done played all year like this. And Ocho, you got to understand, it's only 7 games left, baby. It's only 7 games left, baby. Yeah. All you got to do is go in there and get busy. And y'all only got to win 4. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You got to suck it up during this time, man. To me, suck it up. You got to be able to adjust to everything that's going to happen. And with this big dude, I agree with Joe. He brings too much to their table. He brings too much. He brings too much picks. He brings enough making people alter shots. Yeah. He goes into the basket. And if he's doing that and we're not stopping it, then who's going to make an adjustment? They are. Right. They're going to start making adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Don't just come in the game and say, oh, man, I done looked at film for 2 or 3 days. Now I'm going to change my lineup. Man, what? Hey, man, I don't care. It's 1-1, Ocho. It was 1-1, man. Right. What? You're not losing 2-0. You in a panic to me when you change your lineup. That's a panic. Just stay with what you got and see what happens. And I thought in game 4, he gonna go back to his lineup. Guaranteed.
No, he's not. No, he's not, GP, because me and Joe talked about this game 1. He started that because I was looking at the lineup. I was like, why is Wallace? I say, where he started this game 1. He took Hardenstein out of the starting lineup and put Wallace in. Joe and I, we talked about this. I was like, Joe, I just don't understand that. Right. I'm gonna make an adjustment when I need to. If my car's running fine, I'm not going to take it to the shop and say, hey, man, change the transmission. The car going, Joe, hey, GP, I'm going along good. I don't need it's not that it's not grinding. I can back up. I can go forward. Why would I go to the mechanic and say change the transmission when there's nothing wrong with a perfectly good car? Yeah. You won 68 games. You got the MVP. You got one of the top defensive teams in basketball with the big lineup. And in the most important series of the OKC under Dagnott, you make this change. Now, look, it can still work out, but I'm going to make an adjustment when I need to make an adjustment. And I don't think they needed to make an adjustment.
I agree, man. I agree.
Most points off the bench in an NBA Finals game. Sam Cassell has the record in 1995. In Game 2, he had 31. Downtown Freddie Brown, the Supersonics, now the OKC Thunder. In 1978, Game 1, he had 30. Benedict Mathurin, Pacers, 2025, Game 3, he had 27. Jason Terry, Dallas Mavericks, 2011, Game 6, 27. And Manu Ginobili, 2007, Game 4, 27. So Benedict Mathurin had won a game. It's his playoff career high, and he picked a great time to have it.
And he looked good too, man. He looked damn good tonight.
But
hold on, Joe. Don't jump on the bandwagon now.
Shannon, we ain't gonna even be talking like this on Friday if OKC come back and win. You know what I'm saying? So OKC, we can sit here and talk all that. It's still 2-1 going into Game 4. OKC has just understand that you get a win. It's 2-2.
Get a win and go back to OKC.
And go home and you got the home court advantage back again to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. But y'all guys gotta understand. We got to give Indiana all this credit. They did a great job of winning game 3. That's what they're supposed to do. They're at home. Now what OKC has to do is just come back. You guys got to understand. 2 times in his playoffs, OKC has done this. They have done this. They have lost game 1, came back and won game 2, and lost game 3. You know what I'm saying? And they've been in this situation before. Now you got to come into game 4 and just say, hey, let's just win this game, shut everybody up, go back home, and we'll see what happens.
All they got to do, if they win, and listen what, all they want to do is go back to OKC tied, and I got games 5 and game 7 on my home court.
Yeah. Ocho, I bet you that Ocho Friday that they beat them. Oklahoma gonna beat them.
Hold on.
I bet it. Hey, make it lighter yourself.
Make it lighter on yourself.
Anything goes with me.
Okay, bet $100.
Bet $200.
$100.
Oh, now he can't hear.
Yeah. Now his internet acting funny.
Just bet 2.
Hold on. Nah, my Wi-Fi is just lagging.
Yeah.
Bet 2.
2?
I'm sure. If you want to, we can go 3.
No. I got child support. I got child support doing too.
Oh, okay. I got you.
You got adult support too. I want my $5,900.
Oh,
I got you. I got you, baby. I got you. Hey, listen. As soon as GP pay me Friday, and as soon as Joe give me my $100, that's
keep me out of it. Keep me out of this, Ocho.
Keep me out. Ocho, I'll send you my cash app. I'll just let it sit there for a little while and get a little interest. Okay.
I got you.
Lou Williams had high praise for SGA today, saying we're looking at Kobe Bryant being created. Too soon for the Kobe comparison. GP, you played with Kobe at his absolute apex. Is this a good comparison? Too soon?
Nowhere near Kobe, man. There's gonna be one Kobe. That's it. I don't care what y'all say. It's only one Kobe. I don't care. It's just like y'all telling me to say Joe Buckets over there. Ain't nobody like Joe. Joe can get buckets. You know what I'm saying? Don't y'all compare people to people, and especially somebody like Kobe Bryant. Let Shai be Shai. Yeah, man, I don't think he Kobe yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he ever will be Kobe. He's a great basketball player, but you guys slow down. It ain't gonna be no Kobe, no more Kobe's. Kobe was a different basketball. He was a different beast. You know what I'm saying? So don't compare him to that. And for y'all people to even put people's name on other people, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, for me, I can see GP, Joe, Ocho. I can see the comparisons when people say Jordan play. That's and Kobe. Yeah. Because the style of play is very, very similar. Yeah. When I look at Shai, I don't see anything that reminds me of Kobe, honestly.
I don't either.
I'm saying the same thing, Shannon. That's not. I'm being nice.
And that's not a knock. That's not a knock on Shai, because I think he's phenomenal. I think we all in agreement. Yeah. He's phenomenal. He earned the MVP this season. Yeah. But when I watch his game, and I watched Kobe from day one when he airballed against Utah in the playoffs, so I watched him his entire career. I don't see Kobe. I don't think, but that's Kobe. I don't see that.
Yeah.
Kobe was a different beast, Shannon. I'm just telling y'all, it's a different beast. And then we can compare Jordan and Kobe because Kobe tried to be like Jordan.
Yes.
And so it's a little bit different, man. I hate people that even try to compare anybody else's game to somebody. You putting that man's name on greatness. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stop that. It's no comparison there. I don't think that. Hey. Also, that's just like somebody saying they play like you in football, man. And we be like, what? Are you kidding me, man? Get out of here, man. Y'all talking stupid right now. You know what I'm saying? That's like doing dumb stuff, man. So just slow down. People slow down. Yeah. Slow down on that.
Yeah. I think most of the time when it comes to people, even some of the elite players, some of those with great knowledge of basketball, we become prisoners of the moment. They become prisoners of the moment. Seeing something that looks or depicts what we're used to seeing in greatness as Kobe is. You know, the styles and the smoothness, the butter-like style of play is somewhat similar. You know, being able to get to your shot, get to your midi, and when he rides up, he looked like Kobe a little bit. But SGA has his own style. SGA has his own style, and even putting that pressure on SGA, even though he's won the MVP, and even though he has a toolbox, putting that pressure on him, comparing him to Kobe, you shouldn't do that, because Kobe he's an iconic figure in his own right, and the way his approach to the game is completely different, and he's in a class of his own where the comparison shouldn't even be. as great as SGA.
It's like when people
But
try to say
he had his own style.
it's like when people say, LeBron ain't Jordan. No, LeBron game is like Magic.
Absolutely.
That's the comparison that you should make, because both of those guys were pass first. Now LeBron is a better scorer than Magic. Can rebound the ball better than Magic, but the way they orchestrate, the way they control the ball game, both would pass first. Now, if you need me to go give you 30, I think LeBron is a better scorer. He can score the basketball better than Magic. Yeah. Magic taught him, and both guys taught themselves how to shoot. Magic had that little push, that little one-handed push. GP,
oh, hey, I play. I'm just even playing. You know what I'm saying? So he had
that little push one-handed, but it was effective. Magic, big guy, 6'9", could post. Magic was looking, you better have somebody. Hey, you better have your boots on and be ready to play. Because if you were small, Magic was gonna post your ass.
I agree.
And Shannon, he knew how to do the hook shot.
That baby hook.
That everything. See, he was a little different. And the way what we should say about LeBron and Magic, they're both all around basketball players.
Correct.
Yes. They're complete basketball players. They do everything. You see what I'm saying? So that's what when people compare to people and all that stuff, man. Now that would be a great comparison.
Yes.
Both of them two are complete basketball players. They're all around players. And then you got to look at Magic was 6'9" and about 2-something. And then you got LeBron 6'8" and 2-something. So you gotta understand they are the comparison when you do. Now, if you say LeBron look like Magic, I'll be like,
yeah, I can see that.
True. That's real true. But when you say Shai look like Kobe, stop it. Y'all stop it.
Wait, who made that comparison?
Lou Will.
Lou Will.
Hey, to kind of answer your question that you asked earlier, when the last time we seen a team like this win a championship, it would probably be that Pistons team. I think GP, you played against that Pistons team. I know they had like
Joe, you had to mention that. Are you all on that, Joe? Damn, Joe.
Look, they had about 3-4 All-Stars that year, but I don't think
they had superstars. They had four.
Yeah, so but I don't think more than one person stood out. They was by committee, and they attacked that Lakers team, man, like no other.
Hey, Joe, they didn't have All-Star. They had Ben Wallace, they had Rasheed, they had Prince. They had Hamilton,
Rip, and Chauncey.
So that was their. They had all 5 basketball players.
Yeah,
wasn't a star. They all had 5 basketball players, and they played together. And then they had guys coming off the bench that was kind of nice too. You feel what I'm saying? So you're right. Comparison to one team that won a championship, and that was in 2004 against us.
Yeah.
They didn't have a superstar neither.
Because y'all my favorite.
They have all players, all good basketball players.
Hey, GP, I think when Mailman got hurt, I think that really hurt y'all.
Shannon, I said to everybody, and everybody said, we were 18-2 when Karl Malone got hurt. When he went down, it blew us all up because we didn't have the structure of everything, and we're trying to play a triangle. And I was just trying to get accustomed to the triangle. And then you got to understand, we had a lot of problems within ourselves. Kobe going through what he was going through. Shaq was feuding with Dr. Buss. And we were in a thing. And Karl kept us together. Because you remember when Karl got hurt, we were 18-2. And we were always averaging 17. And I was averaging 18. Yeah. So we were all like 18, 17, 17, 17. And it was flowing. And you're right. Karl Malone took it away from us, and it blew us up. It blew us up when that happened.
KD was online yesterday and had time to go back and forth with someone on X. It all started when he responded to a tweet saying, I think it's time to admit Kevin Durant's trajectory after leading Golden State is very underwhelming. KD responded, I highly disagree. Want to debate? Another guy, the same guy said, no disrespect. You're one of the best, most skilled players in NBA history. But ever since leaving Golden State, you haven't done much, and you're going to be on your third team. So then, if you get traded, if you think you stayed in Golden State, you would have won more championships. All-Stars, 50, 40, 90. All-NBA, official bucket, brother. I also got a career high assist one year. Hit 30,000 points. Won a couple of gold medals and MVPs. And what a career. I'm still going. I love life. I haven't done much. It's just your opinion, not based on facts. Once again, your statement is talking about me as an individual, right? Because you can't talk about my teams without talking about everybody else as well. So without them being involved in the convo, it comes down to just me. I've laid it out what I've done. If you want to talk about basketball as a team sport, those are two separate things. This is what Kevin, I agree with what Kevin says. But if we look at it, that's not how they judge LeBron. That's not how they've ever. GP, they don't judge great like that. They're like either you won, because the winners get the credit, and when they lose, they get the blame. That's just the way it is.
When you're a great player, Shannon, you're always going to take the blame. It is
always.
I don't care what nobody say. When you're a focal point of everything and you lose, you're going to get the blame. It's just that you got to take it the way it is. You got to take the good for the bad. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take it when it's good. So when it's bad, take it. You know what I'm saying? And KD is my guy. You know, that's my little youngster. So he's going to go back at you. KD, leave it alone, man. You know how great you is. Just come back and do what you got to do, man. It is what it is. You know, once you come to a team, and I think KD has not been on a good basketball team since he left Golden State. I'm just going to tell you. I don't believe that he hasn't been on a good basketball team. He had another great next to him that can make shots and do everything. You remember Draymond was fresh. He was young. You had a young Clay. You had Iguodala. You had a lot of good basketball players on there that you can get around and
Livingston
and had Livingston. Well, I forgot about my guy. He changed the game around. You know what I'm saying? It's deep. You know what I'm saying? And long. But he's got to understand, if he goes to a good basketball team, if he get traded from Phoenix, then he can do it, because I don't think nobody can still stop him. He can score the basketball too well. He still averaged 26 this year. But I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you were just on a bad basketball team. And what happens is, if he gets traded to somebody good, he can show that skill again of what he is. And he hasn't lost a step. I don't care what you say. You don't have to lose a step up in this era, in this NBA, because all you got to do is be able to score, and he can still score the basketball.
Joe, before you go, the problem that they're going to run into is that when he went to Golden State, he was a free agent. So they didn't have to give up anything. If you trade for him, you're going to lose some of your depth. Yeah. That's what happened. That's what happened with Phoenix. Oh, yeah, they got him, but look at what they had to give up to get him. Okay. And now you bring in Bradley Beal. You had to give up more depth. And the analogy I like to use, GP, is like when Carmelo went from Denver to New York. Well, you had to give up so much to get him. So when he got there, he damn near by himself. Yeah. So when KD goes, you got scoring, but you got no depth. Look at the teams that are in the NBA Finals. What do they have? Depth. Both they don't have a player that's, I mean, you might say Shai might be the closest thing, the equivalent to him. But what do they have? Look at their benches. Look at anytime a Book or KD and they leave the court, the benches was awful. So when you can go somewhere as a free agent and they don't have to give up any compensation for you. Now, but look, KD, he's not going to win this argument. I don't care what, and everything that he said is true. He's our greatest Olympian basketball player. No doubt about it. But he was never, and I use the analogy New Edition. He was never going to be accepted like the OG members, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky,
and Mike.
He was never, because you know what? Yeah. He was Johnny Gill. Johnny Gill could I sang them all. Ooh. But he didn't grow up in Roxbury. Ooh. So when you look at it, it's like it's rare that you have somebody that comes onto a group that wasn't a part of the original group and people remember it. So that's what KD was. KD is great. He's historically great. And we might not ever see a guy his size that can handle. Dirk was his height, but Dirk shot that one-legged. Dirk wasn't putting the ball on the floor, getting to the rim like KD. He wasn't putting the ball on the floor and getting to the midi like KD.
And Shannon, I gotta correct you on that. The greatest Olympian is Carmelo.
Oh, you put Carmelo? Okay.
Because he done scored all the points in the thing. He did everything in a lot of Olympics. That he got all the records.
And he did it off the bench.
Yeah, he got all the records. So if you want to say doing all accomplishment in the Olympics as one player, that's Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo is the one.
Joe, what's your take, Joe?
Man, listen, as far as KD moving around, going to a new team, I want to see him go somewhere, man, where he don't have to do much dirty work, fellas. I want to see him go somewhere where he can just, kind of thrive offensively. Yeah, defensively, he going to make a difference. But if you put him on any team that's pretty good, and GP, you know this, he going to take him over the top, man.
Yeah.
Take them to that next level where they're trying to, whether it's San Antonio, whether it's Houston, whether it's Detroit, wherever it may be. I just want to see him get somewhere to where, he can catapult a team to the next level, man.
Joe, what team what teams would you think that would be?
I mean, it just depends on what you gotta give up to get him.
Yeah,
I don't want to see.
I would go.
I like Houston.
I love.
But you can go a 3-team deal and give away 2 of them little players from Houston. Keep your core, a little bit of core, and then you can still be good.
Yeah, because you're gonna probably have to. The thing is, you're probably gonna have to give up Şengün and Jalen Green.
Jalen Green, I wouldn't care about that. Jalen Green and Şengün, but you got all them other younger players around.
Because I'm not giving up on Amin Thompson. I'm not giving up Thompson. I'm not.
Not the. And you know where he's from, Shay. I mean, you know he's from the Bigley. Oh my!
Hey, I don't think
Town.
I can't see Houston giving up Şengün though. That's their low.
You don't think so?
Now maybe. Now I don't know if the money add up if you give up Jabari Smith Jr. But I don't see them giving up Şengün, man. I don't see that.
I wouldn't give him up neither, Shannon. I would give up Green and probably.
But how do we make the money right?
But you got to go a 3-team trade. That's what I'm saying. You got to bring a third team in to bringing them moving there, because the third team can give up some draft picks. You're going to have to at least give up 3 first-round draft picks. You're going to have to. And then
I don't know if you're going to have to give up that much in GP, because I think you're going to look at his age. He's going to be 37, plus his injury history.
But then, Shannon, you still got to think about it. The other team's got to get something too. You see, third team has to get at least 1 first round.
Because here's another thing, guys. We got to take into consideration, Ocho. Luka Doncic at 25 went for Anthony Davis and a first round pick at 25.
But Shannon, you went for Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis was pretty goddamn good. You know, that washes out. You know what I'm saying?
He's 32 with an injury history, and I'm giving you a guy that just took a team to the NBA Finals at 25.
And look what he done did when he came back to the Lakers and didn't do it too much.
We gonna get it right.
That 1-1 basketball ain't gonna work.
We gonna get it right. He gonna be. As a matter of fact, he traded with Bron right now.
I know you a big LA fan, but that didn't work.
I'm a LeBron fan. No, I'm a LeBron fan.
You're a LeBron fan. I'm with you. I'm a fan of his too, but that didn't work.
So when he leave, I'm going somewhere. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going somewhere.
Oh, you like the traveling all-stars, huh?
Hey,
I get it.
Hey, at first, Kobe was my guy.
Yeah,
I was a Kobe fan.
Mm-hmm.
Burns, one of my best friends, he was a LeBron fan. Now, he knew about Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant's from that area, Prince George County, that DMV area. He said, "I tell you what I do." He said, "I'll let you have LeBron if you give me Kevin Durant." He said, "As a matter of fact, I give you Kobe and LeBron." I said, "Hold on, you gonna give me Kobe and LeBron?" And all you want is Kevin Durant, because I was supposed to get the next guy to come out the next year. So Kevin Durant theoretically was supposed to be my player. Yeah. I said, okay, done. So I got Kobe and Bron? Oh, bro, you high. So he got KD and I got Kobe and LeBron. But it's just, I'm just trying to figure out where can he go where they don't have to give up their depth. Because you look at these two teams, what got them to where they are was their depth.
I think he goes back to Golden State.
I don't think he ain't going back there, GP.
Hey, he don't want to go back there because the way it ended.
Yeah.
But if he goes back there, I guarantee you they'll be a contender for the championship.
Oh, well, first, but here's the thing though. You giving up Kuminga, you giving up Moody, you giving up all those guys.
Yeah.
You're gonna give up, I think, 2 of them.
Yeah, you ain't playing
them 2. You give up but Shannon, they're not playing anyway.
Right.
It doesn't matter. You're gonna give up Kuminga anyway. He's gonna leave now. They're gonna try to trade him anyway.
Yeah.
So you're giving Moody, you don't even play him anyway. You don't play him. Right. So you're gonna be the same way. You're gonna have Butler, Curry,
Draymond,
and then Draymond. That's your 4. And I don't care how old these dudes is. They still was in the playoffs and making noise this year being that way. Only reason they lost to Minnesota is because Curry got hurt. I understand if you keep them other little cores around you to play their roles, they will be a good basketball team for him to go back to. And he can go. And I guarantee you they'll still be in the playoffs and they'll make a run for a championship with him. That's all they needed. They just needed him. And then you make Butler become the 3rd option. Come on, man. They gonna be pretty good. Because that's what they did when they won a championship. They won the 2 championships. They had him, Clay, and Curry.
Right. And Draymond doing everything.
Yeah.
Hey, GP, man, thanks for joining us, man. We know you got a busy schedule, man. Thanks for jumping on with us tonight, breaking the game down. Hey, when you get maybe come back and break it down with us. If we get a game 7, come back and finish it up with us.
You know, man, y'all got to do is ask me, man. You know, y'all, man, y'all know y'all fam, man.
All right, appreciate that, GP. We
all right, man.
All right, man.
Yo, I see you this weekend.
All right, OG.
All right, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, check this out. Stack and Mad Max want to see Michael Beasley and ISO Joe next. Take a listen to this, Joe.
Oh.
The only person I would like to see him play is Joe. Look at you.
Yeah.
I want to see him go against ISO.
Yeah, ISO Joe. I like ISO Joe, but goddamn, I just think Joe got size. Joe got size on him too.
Joe 6'9".
Yes.
230. Joe a monster.
Yeah, that'll be tough. That'll be a good one.
Joe, what you thinking, Joe?
I think it'll be a great matchup. I tell y'all something, man. I said,
hey, come on, Joe. Don't give me no PC answer, man. Talk that shit,
listen,
man.
Just listen. I sat down and talked to them guys with next chapter before they picked Lance Stevenson and Uncle Ocho. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, man, when we sit down and talk, don't diminish my career, bro, and what I've done. Like, we sat down, you talking about, oh man, you and Beasley done had great NBA careers. Man, I got 20,000 points. Only 52 guys in the world with 20,000 points.
Talk that.
7-time NBA All-Star. I wasn't no 1-hit wonder, 2-hit wonder. Like, I did my thing, man. Don't diminish what I've done. You know, I ain't saying what Beasley done. I'm just saying, don't come to me with this piss poor ass offer and think I'm just gonna jump board. Now, if y'all want to make this thing legit and we doing it, however you say, boxing style, then come at me correct, man. But I'll be
what it take with 250,000, Joe? That'll get you?
I don't know. We got
Joe ain't doing it. Boy, did you just hear? 20,000 points. 7-time NBA All-Star. We need 500,000 to battle.
We're gonna have to negotiate this. You're gonna have to come at me right, man. If you don't come at me right, I ain't the guy to go back and forth with you. I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, cool, and I'm gonna keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So
hey, Joe said I ain't got no habit now.
Hey,
so if y'all think I need money because I got a habit, I don't got one.
Man, listen.
Hold on, Joe and Unc. Listen, Unc, you should have known. They should have known not to play with Joe when he was on the show. Talk about he got property.
Oh, man, here you go, man. Here you go.
On my property.
He got to cut it out, Joe. He got to cut it out.
You got to chill. What's wrong with it?
I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. Listen, Joe, you won't say it, so I say it for you. Man, don't play at me like that. Don't play at my top.
Listen.
I got
Ocho,
money.
I love competing, bro. I seen what him and Lance did and what they went through. That was a long, drawn-out process before the game itself. You know what I mean? Like, bro, my time is valuable, homie. Come at me right.
Yeah, go ahead, make the money right. Yeah. Get the sponsors and go and say, hey, one-on-one, Beasley and ISO Joe.
Yeah, make it right, man. We can make it happen.
And Joe said he ain't Lance Stevenson.
Hello.
Man, I don't know what y'all thinking.
Hey, y'all, Hey, talk your. Hey, Joe.
Joe say I'm not him. Joe say I'm him.
Hey, look, go
capital H period, capital I period, capital M.
Man,
I'm him.
Go play with somebody else. Go play with somebody else, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Put a name on it so I can say a name for you. So I can let them know not to play with us.
They know who they are. We ain't got to put no name on.
Oh, okay. Hey, yeah, homie, you know who you are. Shoot,
Joe say he about that. Y'all know Josh.
Come on now.
He said, how y'all, hold on. Y'all do know what ISO mean, right? Y'all do know how I got that name, right? So y'all know what I do one-on-one, right?
Hey, because I'm chill, laid back, man. Don't take that shit for granted, man.
Oh, y'all heard it.
Hey, Joe, they think that shit sweet. Joe, this shit ain't sweet.
I already know. You already know it.
Yeah. Joe say he too big of a cat to be played with like a kitten.
Hello.
He's big, man. Come on now.
Hey,
man, Joe say
you got to come at me correct, man. You steady talking about, oh man, we got to take care of these guys on the undercard. What the hell they got to do with me? They ain't got nothing to do with me.
The undercard, I'm the card. Hello? I don't know what's under it, but I'm the card.
Yeah. Hey, man, they got to come correct, Uncle Ocho. That's all I'm saying.
They're going to make it happen, Joe. I got a feeling they're going to make it happen.
I'm sure they will. And then it will happen.
Yeah.
It will happen.
Joe, make the money right. Make the money right.
Make me be there. I'm gonna be the talker for you. I'm gonna be the talker for you. You know, you just focus on playing, and I do all the talking to Beasley because he ain't finna out talk me. I got you. I'm ready, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Mike.
get to it.
We ready.
So, hey, y'all want to make this happen? If y'all want to come and get the third member of Nightcap, it's gonna cost y'all.
That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to be in attendance. And Ocho and I going to have to be in attendance. We're going to have to be streaming it on Nightcap. So we have to be live, too.
I'm going to be there. I'm talking trash first quarter. I'm going to be in there with my ISO Joe wear on.
Yeah.
Huh? I'm going to be on the sideline in my yoke.
We're going to have that thing turned up to the max.
Man. Hey, Joe. Hey, man, I got to tell you about the story today, man.
Hey, Joe.
What I had on my yoke.
I think you beside these, Joe.
Then, man, hey, you a 2X, ain't you, Unc?
I might need to be a 3X.
Hey, I told I told you, it's all about
these 2X. Hey, Joe, I'm gonna have to wear a jock strap. Cause if I'm on the reformer and bend over,
you gonna have your tights on up under there. I know you gonna have your thighs out. It's summertime.
Hey, Ocho, man, if I go outside and fall on the ground, I'm gonna grow an oak tree. Acorn's gonna be in the soil.
I told you they supposed to be like that.
They cut short like that.
They supposed to be cut short.
Hold on, how you got them cut short in the front and long in the back?
It's got just a little tad, Hey, that's a new style,
Damn.
Look.
Well, hey, Joe, Ocho. I might have to put mine on backwards then. I need the front hanging down a little further.
Hey, listen. Hey, I had my stuff on today though, right, Joe? And I was down over in Aventura area. You know, I with my people. We were going to grab a little bite or whatnot. Group of girl, my girl. Boom, she done shut off into the store, and I'm sitting there. I'm on the phone. And three girls come up and they all got on Lululemon. I'm like, oh, but I like what you got on. You so handsome. Like, so I look behind me to see if
you see if it was the setup. Somebody made the setup, Ocho.
Yeah. I thought it was a setup. I'm like, I really appreciate it. I thank you. And this is from a good friend of mine by the name of Joe Johnson. Dad, he's down there in Atlanta. He got a yoga studio. This is his stuff. I told him, make sure you watch the show tonight, and he will be able to do a better job of addressing where you can get it from, because this is a care package. I told her I'm never really on the end of receiving things, but I just happened to get this in the mail and I put it on.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all.
I know they probably watching right now.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. All they gotta do is go to theisoyoga.com, and you can definitely place your orders on there. Unc, you need a big size, Unc.
Yeah, yeah.
Let him wear that. But hey, it's about yoga. It ain't about being big. It's about being comfortable within yourself.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying, Ocho. I don't want to grow no. I don't want to grow no oak trees, man.
Hey, my shorts.
You don't wear your
perfect,
shorts that high now. Come on now.
What you want me to wear? What you want?
It's supposed to be. They're supposed to come above your knees. It's yoga.
Let me see.
These yoga. Hey Joe, my shorts.
Look at him. Look, I already know they're gonna fit you right on the money. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you see all the muscles
thighs out and all that, man.
Hey, Joe. Hey, but one thing about it, boy, I'm chiseled up, boy. I'm chiseled up, man. Like head to toe, I got muscles.
Hey, what's the use?
Come on, Joe.
Man, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Hey,
Joe.
Hey, them perfect.
I mean, can I get something at least to my knee? God dang.
No.
They don't come to your knee. They supposed to be above the knee, baby.
Hey, these yoga shorts, he want to look like the Michigan basketball team from back in the day.
Look at
man, Joe got to have my thigh. I definitely got to have some tights on.
Yeah, you got to have your tights on up under there.
Look at this.
Oh, man, you good. You put the shirt on, it's going to drape over there a little bit.
He got me out there like Robin and Isaiah Thomas and Bad Boy Pistons.
Hey, Joe, he want them 5'5" yoga shorts.
Hey, we in 2025, baby.
Okay.
We got to tighten up a little bit.
Oh, man, that's funny. Hell nah.
Boy, y'all something else.
I like it. Hey, boy, this goddamn material good, boy.
Oh, yeah, man. You know how to take care of y'all, man. Hey, look.
Where you got this from?
Come on now. Come on.
Hey, I know it's probably Italian.
We got to talk about it off camera, Ocho. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I know you be on your rich shit because you the only nigga I know got property.
You got to chill, my boy. You got to chill. You got to chill.
We pinned the link in the chat where you get the ISO Joe gear at.
Man, look, I appreciate y'all.
Hey, Ocho, did he trust to have a back pocket? You need to use this back pocket material for some lint. Take that back pocket off and go around and just add it like a 1/4 inch longer.
Hey, Ocho, sit down. It wasn't that funny now. All right.
Hey, check this out.
Hey, I like my stuff small. I like my stuff small because if my short small, it make everything else around me look big.
Puerto Rican.
See, hey, Joe. Hey, look how big I look, Joe.
I see you got your guns out. I see you.
What?
Hey, Joe, man. Hey,
Huh?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah, you
bro.
get there, Joe.
I got about another month.
The Puerto Rican Superior Nacion League, the league that Boogie Cousins plays in, suspended him for the remainder of his season after Boogie had a number of altercations with fans on Monday. Boogie also had his contract terminated by the team. First, Boogie scratched his acorns and made the fans sniff his hand. And then on his way off the court to the locker rooms, he angrily provoked fans, leading to one person dumping a drink on his head. All hell broke loose once that happened. Yeah. Boogie was trying to his absolute hardest to break free of the people holding him back to attack the person responsible.
At no point, Uncle Ocho.
It's scratching your man product and making a heckler sniff worse than spitting on them.
Oh,
he scratched his private part and put him in the heckler's face, made him smell his hand.
Yeah, we ain't got no. That can't be in the game, fellas. Like I ain't gonna lie, just watching that, I was embarrassed for Boogie watching it. You know what I mean? Him in the last shot and act that way, grabbing his private part and the way he went, like, you got to understand, man, hecklers are part of the game, bro. Like, they going to heckle you, especially if they know you emotional, unstable. This is what they going to do. They going to do whatever they can to get under your skin to make you react in a way that when you probably look back at that, you're going to be like, dang, man, I was so out of character. I shouldn't have been acting that way. And it was disappointing to see him act that way. And I'm glad them dudes held him back, because if he was to get up in them stands and get at the dude who threw the first drink on him, man, that whole arena probably would have jumped on dude.
They would have.
Yeah.
And then it'd have been the Malice in the Palace all over again.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have been good.
Yeah.
No, he probably would have took one of them out, but shit, he would have had about
that ain't no situation. The Silverback against 100 men.
You hear me? So yeah, I thought that was a bad look, man. I didn't like to see that. I'm gonna be honest with you. So what you guys think about that?
I agree, Joe. I agree. Boogie knows better. Boogie has played in the NBA. Boogie knows. And maybe that's a part of the reason why he's not back in the NBA, because he's plenty good enough.
Yeah.
We know, look, there was an honest discussion that was being had. Who would you rather have, Boogie Cousins or Anthony Davis? Because they were the two best big men, fours or fives, or however you want to label them. They were the two best in the game. Boogie was getting you 55 and 20. Boogie was getting you 40 and 25. He was sensational. He could shoot the three. He could post. He had the mid-range. Boogie could offensively. Boogie had no weakness.
No, he didn't.
But he talked himself out of a situation. He could have got a max contract from Sacramento for $205. He talked himself out of that. He ended up going to New Orleans and ended up tearing his Achilles, and it kind of went down from there. I agree with you, Joe. In a situation like that, Boogie, come on, bro. Go ahead and just get that money. I don't know. I'm sure he's making good money. It's not NBA money,
right?
But he's making good money. He's making more money than he would be sitting on his couch.
Absolutely.
But the dude, that come on. I mean, that's really disrespectful.
Yeah.
To scratch your private and then put him in the man's face.
So look,
now you on the street and you do some stuff like that. Oh, dude gonna fire you up.
Right. So look, they had no choice but to let him go. You know, they come back in that arena thinking them fans ain't gonna forget. They gonna forget that. So I hated to see him acting that way.
I did too.
And
because I like Boogie.
Yeah, he's a hell of a player, man. Hell of a player. And I think I've
spoken to him a couple of times, Ocho, at different places. He's really. He understands. He's really engaging. Great conversation. But I don't know what possessed. I don't know what was said. What possessed him to do that? Of all the things you could have done, just like, hey, bro, I'm better than you. You watching me play, but to do that,
it's unfortunate. What happened and what transpired, but it's all about being able to control yourself, understand the environment that you are in. You're gonna have hecklers. Some people are able to control themselves in those environments. Some people allow people to get under their skin. Listen, I ain't no telling what was happening or going on with him that specific day that caused him to step like that. And it's sad to see, and it's unfortunate that someone this great in the way he was viewed as an NBA player and it's come to this. So hopefully young Bull can get it together and get another opportunity somewhere else and right his wrong.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know what was said to make him respond and make him go that route. Because what would make you to do that? Of all the things that you could do, for me, I never would have thought that.
Nah, I seen a fan doing like this. I don't know if he was calling him a crybaby or if he was heckling him with that the entire game and he just got fed up. But for me, guys, I just feel like it's nothing that, I know fans can be a little irate at times, but I feel like, man, you got to keep your composure, bro. You got to control your emotions.
Because sometimes fans go to games just to do that, just to get you out of character.
That's their job. That's their job to help. He may have been up for the other team, so his job was to heckle Boogie, and hopefully he can get him out of character, and he did.
Right. Robin Thicke, the guy that used to be at watching the game behind the bench and heckle everybody from Jordan to Charles Barkley. I think he started with the Bullets and then obviously the Wizards, but it was a part of it, and the guys actually look forward to it because in order for you to get heckled, you got to be a pretty damn good player. They're not heckling the eighth guy on the bench. They might like, hey, shut up. Why you not even getting in the game?
Right.
But like I said, I don't know what. Look.
I'm talking.
Sometimes, Ocho, you can just have a bad day, and you know what? And then something exacerbates that situation, And
Yeah.
in the process of you having a bad day, somebody saying something or doing something, it makes your day get even worse.
Right.
But
Yes, sir.
I mean, Boogie with his history and knowing that's, and I'm not saying that that's the only reason. Maybe there's some other things. Maybe they don't think Boogie can help them. Whatever the case may be. But it's hard to see that of all the big men, the 5 that's in the league currently, that they're better than Boogie.
Yeah.
Right.
Ain't no way all the 4s and 5s that's in the NBA right now better than Boogie. He better than Alex Lee right now. I know that you probably played with Alex Lee and Joe.
I played against him. Yeah, I played against him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're right, though. He's definitely. I think he's definitely better than Alex Lynn. But maybe it was a point to where he was, complaining to the refs a lot. I didn't see the game. I'm just speculating, and maybe the fans just took advantage of that opportunity to kind of, get into his emotions, and he couldn't control himself, man.
Hey, I like them chaotic environments like that, you know. I like playing away in away games where the fans are heckling, they talking trash and saying all type of stuff. Sometimes I talk trash back, but that stuff it never ever gets up under my skin. I always
but Ocho, you gotta look at it from a basketball standpoint. They right on the floor, so
yeah,
that's fine.
That's the difference between football and basketball.
They can touch you.
I understand, but hell, you could be sitting your ass right next to me. It's the fact that you talking trash. I like being in that chaotic environment. I enjoy it. I operate very well in chaos. Very well.
Yeah.
Like
I said, without knowing, like I said, it'd be interesting to see. But everybody gonna say Boogie, no matter what he said, he didn't call you the N-word. He didn't say this, X, Y, and Z. I mean, and still, hey, call security and say, man, because like a lot of times in the NBA now, they just point to you and security have you removed.
Absolutely.
They'll have security have you removed. Yeah. But and then, like I said, they revoked his contract, they terminated his contract. So I don't know how much money he was making, but it was enough money to cause him to go over there. So obviously it was decent money.
Yeah.
He wasn't making minimum wage.
Nah, and then probably playing the game, man, a lot of times, especially as we get up in age, it's really therapy. You know what I mean? You still had a love and passion for the game. You enjoy playing. Right. You enjoy competing. So, it was probably more so that than anything else. And like you said, if it gets too outlandish to where,
they going overboard, they saying things that you feel like, hey, this ain't trash talking here. Now you making it personal. Hey, security, remove him.
Right. But to try to, dissolve it, yourself, obviously you see how that went. And it was bad, man. It was bad. It's really hard to look at if you ask me.
Yeah. I hate that. Like I said, I like Boogie, but you can't scratch a private and then stick him in the man's face.
Yeah.
You can't.
Hey, the man started flipping him off and everything. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, well, look. And
hey, what it was
but you know what? We're one of like a group of us. Anytime we do something, it reflects negative on everybody that looks like us.
Yeah.
Now everybody else anybody else that does something like that, that's them.
Yeah.
Us, see, I told you that's how they are. That's how they behave. That's how they act. That's how they do this. We're the only group that when one person in our group does something, it reflects negatively on us. And that's ingrained, Ocho. I'll be somewhere and somebody start yelling or screaming, I get embarrassed. And it ain't me.
Yeah.
It's not me, Ocho. I get embarrassed.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn. I mean, a lot of times, Ocho, I just like, hey, bro, just take it.
Yeah.
I said, ma'am, I'll pay for it.
Right. And then what took me was when he started flinching at him like he was gonna hit him. I was like, oh man, come on, y'all get Boogie up out of there, man. Don't let him. Don't have him out there acting like that. They got my man all out of character. I said, damn. So hopefully we'll see him get on here at some point and kind of let us know what happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
So very unfortunate situation though.
It is a very, very unfortunate situation. The New York Knicks added more names to the list of coaches they aren't allowed to interview this offseason. Here's a look at all the coaches the Knicks have tried to interview so far. Billy Donovan, Chicago Bulls, Jason Kidd, Dallas Mavericks, Ime Udoka, Houston Rockets, Chris Finch, Minnesota Timberwolves, Quinn Snyder, Atlanta Hawks. The Knicks are also are seemingly eyeing a well-established coach to replace Tom Thibodeau, but they haven't had much success so far. See, Ocho, that lets you know there was no plan. You trying to interview coaches that already have jobs. Don't you?
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to have this thing lined up if you know that you're going to let this man go? Like I said, I believe, and I could be wrong. I believe they expect when they beat the Boston Celtics. Now that placed unrealistic expectations. Oh, we gonna beat the Pacers.
Yeah,
we going to the NBA Finals, and then that didn't happen. He been playing his players. He been grinding his players all year.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, them boys gassed out. Listen, to me, the only person for the job, that would qualify and maybe have the same success that Tom Thibodeau had would be Mike Malone. That's the only person I could think of.
Yeah. Being denied permission to interview those head coaches doesn't necessarily rule them out as candidates. The aforementioned coaches, all the coaches I mentioned, Billy Donovan, Jason Kidd, Ime Udoka, Chris Finch, and Quinn Snyder, teams have all said, no, you can't interview these guys. The aforementioned coaches could try to force their way out of the current positions, but that is a very, very risky move when you haven't been guaranteed the head coaching job.
Absolutely. It looked like they're looking for a very veteran head coach.
They won't, You're not getting this job because the expectation is they thinking championship.
Yeah.
So they're not going to give this job to a first-time coach is not getting this job.
Right. And I know it's a lot of people out there petitioning for Sam Cassell, but from what
not this, he's not getting this one.
Yeah, they not going with no first year head coach. They want somebody experienced, veteran coach.
Shoot, Mike Malone, Mark Jackson, hell, Mike Brown.
They ain't going, but for whatever reason, I ain't even heard Mark Jackson's name.
Nope. I don't know what it is, and nobody really, you hear this and you hear that, and a lot of speculation and conjecture and innuendo, but nothing has been offered as fact of why Mark Jackson hasn't been getting. Every other coach that's been fired, not once, not twice, 3 times, have been given opportunities. This man did a great job. Yeah. He kind of laid the foundation for the Warriors, and he can't even get an interview. They don't even mention his name.
Yeah. Nah, they don't. That's crazy to me. So it makes you wonder, man, is this something a lot deeper than what,
It's got to be. Like I said, I had Mark Jackson, and I had him on Club Shay Shay early on, and he said he didn't know. He said, I wish they would tell me.
Because he from that area. I feel like that would be.
Yeah, he from New York. Yeah, he went to St. John's. He played for the Knicks.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he was Rookie of the Year.
That'd be perfect.
Amen.
I think it was, 87? Mark Jackson. Wasn't he Rookie of the Year in 87? '87, 86, 87? 87. 87, 80, okay.
Then, you got guys who probably don't think that's a sexy job right now, man. Because they just made it to what? They made it to semis?
The finals.
Finals, yeah, Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah.
I think that's what placed unrealistic expectations on them. Nobody had them making a run. Nobody thought they were going to beat the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Hell, they go 7 games? Would they go 6 games or 7 games with the Detroit?
They won 6. I think they beat Detroit in 6.
Okay. So with that being said, and now you beat the Boston Celtics, who won the championship last year, and you jump out on them. And it's like, okay, now ain't nobody in our way now on this side but the Pacers.
Right.
We ain't got to worry about the Cavs. We ain't got to worry about nobody else. We've already dispatched the Celtics. And so I thought that was unrealistic expectations. And when that's the thing that happens. Expectations, when expectations aren't met, that's when disappointment comes in.
Yep. So
that's when disappointment comes in. Someone posted a graphic predicting the 2028 U.S. men's basketball team roster. They got Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Haliburton, Donovan Mitchell, Cade Cunningham, Jason Tatum, Zion Williamson, Paolo Banchero, Jalen Williams, Cooper Flagg, Bam Adebayo, And Chet hungry. I don't know, Joe. I don't think we're bringing the gold back in 28.
You don't think so? They done caught up with us too much?
Nah.
Well, I sure
hope.
hope Steph and KD and LeBron can still hang on.
No, it's a wrap.
Damn.
28? Them boys ain't been, them boys ain't playing that in 28.
Hey, we do like Magic. Magic came out of retirement. and Bird was on his last, and Bird was on fumes.
Nah, hey, I ain't gonna lie though, but the disparity as far as
you think that team right there can beat Serbia, can beat Slovenia, can beat France? That team ain't beating France.
Nah, man, it's gonna be hard, bro. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, we ain't got no size.
I forgot another team I was just looking at.
Canada.
They had the two Thompson twins.
Jamaica.
Yeah. Jamaica gonna have a squad too.
I mean, listen, these teams could have all these squads. These teams and these countries can continue to improve as much as they want. That goal is coming on down here, man, the USA. You hear me?
Oh, this is in LA, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in LA. Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
Ocho.
Yeah.
Hey, Bron might try.
What's up,
there's a reason why they started sitting pros and no longer sent college players.
I got you.
And it's a different time. It's not 1992 where you got 4 or 5 guys in the NBA. There are 2, 3 guys on every team, unless you go to Sudan somewhere that's NBA players.
I understand.
And those guys, and the difference is these guys have never played together. You try to put a team together in 2 weeks. Those guys been playing together their whole damn life.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It'll be challenging, but I definitely think we can compete. It's just gonna be hard to win, man, because the world is getting better. These guys are getting better, man.
I'm looking. Whoo! I don't know, Ocho.
Hey, listen, we just talk. I mean, obviously, we're basing things.
Ocho, think about what we said. We said KD, we said LeBron and Steph, and it took a great shooting, one of the greatest shooting performance in Olympic history. Yeah. It take a LeBron played at his apex, KD played at the apex to beat France.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the game of basketball. That's basketball. France is good.
Yeah, guess what? They're going to be even better. Wemby's going to be even better. Because you remember that? Yeah, Wemby going to be even better. And they got 2 other guys. They got Star and Richard. Aren't they French?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
Listen, one thing about it, France, we not finna let them have basketball. That ain't happening. I don't care how good they gotten. I don't care how much they've improved. Now soccer, now they're gonna beat us to that. They not finna beat us in soccer. And now you talk about now they finna beat us in basketball. Now that ain't finna happen. They gonna have to pick we gonna have to pick a struggle. And our struggle is soccer right now when it comes to playing France. They ain't finna beat us in basketball too. That ain't happening. I'm telling you, man.
Since 2017 NBA Finals, there have been a former Washington Wizard that have won the NBA Finals every year. The Pacers have 1 former Wizard on their roster, while the Thunder have 0.
All right.
So it goes 2017, it was Sean Livingston and JaVale McGee. 18, Sean Livingston, JaVale McGee. In 2019, it was Jody Meeks. In 2020, it was Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, Markieff Morris. In 21, it was Bobby Portis. In 2022, it was Gary Payton II, Otto Porter Jr., and Chris Chizo. And 2023, it was Caldwell Pope, Jeff Green, Ish Smith, and Thomas Bryant. In 24, it was Kristaps Porzingis. In 25, it's Thomas Bryant.
NBA fun.
Okay, guys. I was trending all day. And so let's talk about it.
What you did?
Nicki Minaj featured your boy in her latest song, Banned from No, with the line, if I send a pic of Shannon, you ain't that sharp. Last night she tweeted, that's what she said. Ocho almost called her strizzy just by being around your crazy tail self.
I'm gonna call it straight. Nah, Nicki, that's my dog, man. What you talking about? What she talking about?
This is what happened, Ocho. You know, I used to go back and forth with people. And
yeah.
I was talking about Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley said something. We couldn't find it. We don't have to. But anyway, we were talking about Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley says it's really great for everybody, Black Americans. And I was like, when has it ever been great for Nikki? When has it ever been great? And somebody tweeted, so I'm talking about Nikki Haley. So somebody said, Nikki really wants to come on your podcast. How am I supposed to talk? I'm talking about Nikki Haley. I'm like, Nikki who? It'll be like, Ocho, hey, man, hey, know about them sports.
Yeah.
People going to say, who? It might be Snoop Dogg. It might be me.
Wait a minute. So wait, this is a whole misunderstanding.
But she thought I'm tweeting back and forth. We talking about Nikki Haley. Somebody out of the blue talking about, I'm like, why the hell, Nikki? I'm thinking, Nikki who? Nikki Haley want to come on my podcast? Why? What she got to say?
See, this is a complete misunderstanding. So, I gotta text my sis, man, and tell her, man, listen, sis, Unc ain't mean no foul, no harm.
You gotta get on here, Ocho. You gotta.
Ocho.
Hey, Unc, I got you.
Joe,
I got you, Unc.
What I do.
That's my people.
Every time I introduce myself to somebody, they can be a celebrity, entertainer, whatever, athlete, whatever case may be, or somebody just random. I always introduce myself. I'm Shannon Sharpe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
They laugh. Ash and Joy laugh every time. And people tell me, I know who you are. I'm not arrogant enough to think that everybody does know who I am.
Absolutely.
Okay.
With that being said, look, if somebody would have told me, Shannon, you're going to be in a rap song, I was like, who going to rap about it? I damn sure wouldn't have thought it was going to be Nicki Minaj put me in a rap song. And I damn sure didn't want to be in one like this. So,
yeah, that was a nice little bar, though.
Let me take the time now. Nikki, I was not trying to be disrespectful. Of course, I know who you are. I would be remiss to say that I thought you knew who I was, or do you know anything about Club Shay Shay? I'm not that arrogant. I mean, I'm surprised when people when people's like Cat Williams. When people say Club Shay Shay, the next thing out of their mouth is Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Shannon Sharpe. I'm Club Shay Shay. But it wasn't meant as a disrespect. I wasn't like, yes, I know who you are. But I've been going back and forth. We've been talking about Nikki Haley. So I'm just trying to figure out how do we, I'm supposed to like all of a sudden, man, Nicki Minaj? Nikki, I apologize. I meant no disrespect. You always have an open invitation if you ever want to come sit down and have a conversation, even if you just want to have a private conversation on the phone or something. It won't go any further between you and I. Leave it like that. But I didn't mean any disrespect.
We apologize, sis. Huh? I apologize too, because I was on quarter straight shooter. I'm sorry. I ain't even do nothing wrong. I'm sorry to the Barbs.
Yeah.
You got to apologize to the Barbs too. You can't just apologize to Nikki. You got to apologize to the whole congregation. It's like when you're in church.
But she say you almost, but you didn't catch one. But like I said,
that's my people.
When they said Nikki, I'm like, because I'm talking about Nikki Haley. We've been talking about Nikki Haley for the last 3-4 minutes, and then I'm supposed to automatically assume somebody say another Nikki. I'm supposed to automatically assume that that's Nicki Minaj. Now, if we've been talking about music, okay, Nicki Minaj, who's the greatest female rapper of all time, and we go in Nicki Minaj, we go in Little Kim.
Oh yeah, she's right. Great.
And now you say, okay, when Nicki want to come on the show, well, I'm automatically going to say, okay, Nicki Minaj. Okay, let her come on. But I'm talking about Nikki Haley and that bull jive she said. So, like I said, I didn't mean any disrespect. Obviously, clearly, you took it that way. So I apologize, Nikki. That was not my intent. I thought they were talking about. Thought the person was talking about Nikki Haley, and I was more like, Nikki, who? Why the hell she want to come on my pod? She ain't finna come on my pod talking about spreading them lies.
But matter of fact, I'm apologize too. I'm apologize too because I'm a part of the show. So I almost caught her straight, but I don't want no smoke.
Hey, like
Hey, matter of fact, hold on, Unc, I told you, Unc, I apologize to the Barbs too. You got to apologize to the congregation.
I apologize. Well, look, it's the same thing. Like when I said that, we were joking, Ocho, and I said that about Meg Thee Stallion. Meg came on. I got an opportunity. I apologize because, like I said, I said it in jest. We were just like, and okay, fine. She took it like that. Okay, that's not how. I was just joking. But like I said, I'm man enough to if I offended you, that's the way you took it. I ain't got no with that. I apologize sincerely.
Hey, I'm gonna make. Hey, don't worry about it. I'm gonna make that call. Do you understand what Nicki could do for us, boy? If we get the queen,
for sure.
We talking about the queen of rap, huh?
Yeah,
that's historic. What we talking about? Come on now. Oh, hey, if Nicki come on, I'm coming, and I'm wearing all. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm definitely coming down. I want me a picture. I want me an autograph. Man, stop playing. Boy. I don't get excited about nobody, boy. We get Nicki to come on the show. What we talking about?
So,
man.
So, Nicki, I apologize sincerely. That was not my intent, but intent only matters to me because clearly you still offended. So I apologize sincerely, and hopefully we can move forward. Like I said, you have an open invitation anytime that you'd like to come on Club Shay Shay. We would love to have you, even if you just want to have a conversation with me. And like I said, that conversation will not go any further than what you and I. And I would like to apologize to you in person, either on Club Shay Shay or the conversation. So no harm. I didn't mean any harm by it.
Yeah, that's my dog. You gonna be good, that's my dog. We follow each other. We've been family, back, Lil Wayne and man, we here. I didn't know y'all had no issues.
I didn't know either.
So
I didn't know either.
Hey,
I mean, it was trending. Somebody sent it to me. I'm not on social media like that because the collabs. I turn my social media over to Jordan, let him handle it moving forward. But I'm gonna get back on there eventually. But right now, Ocho,
Yeah, don't worry about it. Hey, take your time, because we're going to be here waiting for you. We're going to be here waiting for you. I'm going to be there.
We're going to get out of here on this. It's time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q&A. Oreo Hoodlum says, we call him Haliburton, not the moment. Haliburton ain't going to sell. It sounds too much like the other group that was over in Africa. It's not gonna sell. Now, if he wants something that you can market, the moment he can market, just like the truth.
Yeah.
Huh? I mean, hey, that's fine. But in a name, it needs to be marketability. So you tell me who gonna wear Haliburton shirts? I want you to tell me, unless he does it himself. Tell me Nike, tell me Puma, or whomever he's.
None of that. You can't market that, You can't sell that product. It doesn't make sense. Now, for us, culturally, you like it. Haliburton, it's cool from a culture perspective. Now, globally, you can't market
the moment.
Now, the moment. Now that's commercials, shirts.
Thank you.
Shorts.
Thank you.
You can move product with that.
Yes.
Huh? It's like having Blue Magic. Don't mess with Blue Magic.
The moment. The truth. Oh. Paul Pierce. Everybody know who that is.
Yep.
Everybody Mamba. Something like you say Mamba. Chef Steph.
Hey, look. Hali keep playing like this, boy. That moment will take off.
Yes.
Keep playing like
Haliburton. Embrace the moment. Go ahead and make you some money off that thing, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Mufasa Sports Club said OKC rattled when they were down in crunch moments. They better come guns blazing next game. They blew so many teams in the regular season they haven't faced tight game situation until tonight. They had a tough situation. What was that? The Nuggets.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they won that close game, but then they get them in game 7 and they blew them out. Blowouts are nice, but man, you really want to be battle tested because you want to know that when you get in that moment, Ocho and Joe, you can dig down and dig your way up out of it. I think they're going to be fine, but they definitely need to come out and play a complete 48 minutes in game 4.
They're not going to be fine, but I hear you. I love the confidence.
They got to get it together quick.
Quick.
All right.
Hashad. Yeah, him. Who's the best trash talker on this panel?
It's got to be one of y'all, boy. Yeah, hey, it's hard.
This is the difference. He talk about this panel. I'm the best trash talker in sports in general.
Can't nobody mess with you.
Everybody know I'm the Live Sparring champ. I'm 500-0.
Hey Joe, you got to understand. I went way past just talking. I talk to the media. I talk to you in your face. I send your team gifts. I send you presents. Like it's different. There's levels to trash talk. I just sent stuff to people's houses.
Ocho, I crawled so you could walk.
We played it. Well, we played it at the same time. How you gonna crawl with me? I'm crawling with you.
I got a guy suspended. I had a coach quit, resign. Don't do that, Ocho. You better check my resume. You better check it.
We played it. We played it at the same time, huh? What are we talking about?
Man, when you got the league, I was in year 12. I played 2 more years after you got the league. You played another 10 years after I left. Gilbert Arenas Jr. say, Joe, my question is, could you see KD and Ant on the same team next season? I would like to see him in Houston or San Antonio.
Oh, yeah. I can see him and Ant on the same team.
That's Ant's favorite player.
Yeah, it's his favorite player. Now, they're going to have to probably give up one of Ant's favorite player, which is probably McDaniels or somebody. But
yep, I agree.
I can definitely see it. And I think it'll be a great match. Them two together, man, that'll be box office, Uncle Ocho.
I mean, KD, Ant, Drew Randall still there?
You probably have, Randall or what's the backup? I lost my train.
Nas Reed.
They probably gonna get rid of Rudy. But yeah, I can see him and Ant teaming up together.
I can see it too.
Yeah.
We know Houston got the pieces. We know San Antonio got the pieces. I mean, there are only a handful of teams that got the pieces that can do it straight up. Now, like GP was saying, you're going to probably have to get other teams involved, a couple of teams, 2, 3 teams, maybe even 4 teams involved because, it's not just good enough to get, players. You're going to want draft capital to replace the capital that you gave up to get KD.
Right.
That's why Phoenix ain't got no draft picks till damn near 2030, 2032.
Right. So, with San Antonio having the number 2 pick, they got some good assets over there, man.
They absolutely do.
And Houston. So it ain't going to surprise me if he go to either one of those teams.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Fletch says, what would y'all do if LT or Trent Williams did what DeMarcus Cousins did to y'all on the football field? Joe, what if that was Phil Jackson?
What if that was Phil Jackson?
Yeah. Look, guys, you got to understand the football player's mentality is a little different than like everybody else.
Yeah.
Because it's macho y macho. That disrespectful, you might take one, but you ain't gonna let nobody disrespect you like that, man.
No.
I don't know. You see, y'all looking at it from a small man, they big. Man, look here, man. You pick up something with 5-pound weight, hell, but it bust hell out of somebody. Nah, ain't nobody going for that. You're not finna scratch it and put them in my face. Man, please.
Yeah, I don't.
Like I say, the one thing we look, if you want to cause a fight, be disrespectful to somebody.
Yeah.
Every time. Matter of fact, it don't even have to go to that extent. Fights don't even happen. Things don't even. It's not even that serious, and fights start.
The littlest thing.
Somebody doing something like that. Man, shoot, they might not be able to break that one up.
Nah, it was a good thing they was able to hold him back, man. But man, I've never seen fans throw drinks like that. I'm talking about nobody get kicked out or nothing. It was just like they was just letting him have it. Like even the kids, they wasn't even saying it. They just tell him to be cool. But I'm like, man, I never seen that, bro.
But
you gotta remember
LT wasn't the fighter though. Now we saw Trent. We saw Trent and Richard Sherman get into it. I think that might have been Sherman's rookie year.
Yeah.
But LT wasn't. And back then they let you fight. They let you fight back then.
You think one of them dudes don't get out of character like that though, Uncle Ocho?
Nah, that wasn't that. Like I said, LT wasn't. Look, LT had them bust up your quarterback. You try to get off the field. You just like the last thing I want to do is make that man mad so he can kill the hell out the backup quarterback because he probably knocked the starter out of the game. It's a good thing back then you had 3 quarterbacks on the roster because LT they were knocking quarterbacks out.
Damn.
Sheldon Pope said, Ocho, who do you have, Canelo or Bud?
Ooh, that's a good one. Listen, as much as I love,
is that fight gonna be in Vegas?
Canelo, it's in Riyadh. Yeah. It's listen. The card is gonna be dope. It's a
it's gonna
really
be in
good
Riyadh,
card,
so it's over in Saudi Arabia then.
No. It's in Vegas, but it's on the Riyadh card. It's called a Riyadh. Yeah. Listen, I'm going with Bud.
I'm going with Bud too.
Listen,
I want to go to the fight.
Canelo.
I want to go to the fight.
You?
Yeah.
Real? Yeah, I don't want to go to the fight. I like watching the fight from home. I want to see the fight actually develop round by round. I want to see.
You can see the fight develop right there with your own 2 eyes.
No, you can't. I mean, not being there, people all in the way screaming. Like
what it be in the way at? Not my seats. Oh, my bad.
Hey, what's the best fight y'all went to? What's the best fight y'all been to?
I was with Bud when he fought Earl Spence.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, you was there?
Yeah. I saw who else I saw fight? I saw Tyson fight Frank Bruno. I seen a couple of Mayweather fights early on.
Yeah.
Mayweather fight.
I seen Mayweather fight Ricky Hatton.
Man, he beat the brakes off Hatton.
Man, I'm talking about beat him into the turnbuckle.
I saw a couple of fights in New York. Who I saw? I saw Holyfield fight like 3 times in New York.
Yeah, I don't think people. I mean, I don't like going to fights, man. If
it's a buzz though, man. When you like, but ain't no buzz.
I've been in one. I've been to watch the Charlo twins fight. I've been to an Adrian Broner fight. You got to think, I've been watching boxing since Adrian Broner was way back at the fairgrounds, way back in the day. Just back when I was playing in Cincinnati, when they when they fight. Hell, I seen goddamn the Bronze Bomber.
Deontay Wilder.
My mind. Wow. I seen Deontay Wilder fight back in Cincinnati before he was a pro way back in the day on the fairgrounds in Cincinnati. So I've been watching fights for a very long time. But now that I know and understand what I'm looking for and what I'm looking at, I like watching it from home and watching everything develop round by round. It's more than just throwing punches. I think the casual fan probably wouldn't understand that, but I like to watch things develop that way and see the sweet science itself play out.
Well, I guess we ain't going to the fight then.
As opposed to being in person. What you said?
I guess we're not going to the fight then.
You were saying that for me to come to get you tickets? Tickets,
but like I said, that's gonna be a Saturday night. We got Nightcap.
Hey, maybe we can get Turkish Ali to come on.
Shit. Okay.
I mean, I ain't nothing but a phone call to make. I'm sure he would love to sit down and be a part of Nightcap and talk about what he's doing for boxing here in the States and how he's trying to improve it and get the people the fights they want to see.
Mike Brown, Ocho, you got to slide to a Panthers game tomorrow. We going back to back.
Okay. Hey, we got a show tomorrow?
No.
Okay, hey, matter of fact, if you got an extra ticket, I go to the Panthers game with you.
When they play? They play Saturday, right?
We play Edmonton.
The game 4 Saturday.
I think it's
Friday. Oh, yeah, we go. We got a show tomorrow. Oh, we got a show tomorrow, Ocho. We got a show Thursday and Friday. We off Saturday.
Well, you traveling? You going to south of France too?
No.
Okay, I leave for the south of France on Saturday.
Huh?
What you got going on, Ocho, in France?
Yeah, Joe and I gonna hold this thing down for game 5.
Yeah.
What, Saturday? I could be on. I'm taking my equipment with me. What you talking about?
It's gonna be 4 a.m. You just be getting there. You ain't gonna be up. You gonna be exhausted.
That's fine. I'm gonna be up. I got a job to do. Don't do that. Don't do that. Well, I'm gonna show you. Hey, I'm dedicated. You hear me? Shit.
Frankie L. Bellamy. Hey, fam. What's one thing that never ceases to amaze you, like no other? Like, no matter how old you get or how much you've seen, it still makes you stop and say, "Wow."
Ass.
Ocho line. He got to cut it out, Joe.
Man, you know it. You already know it. Somebody got to hold him accountable, man.
Wait, what did I lie about?
Your name ain't Ocho.
Yeah,
you were born in '68.
Listen, I promise you. Listen, everything I do, and I talk about Joe and it's always from experience, and the American people need to understand that. Anything I say is based on past experiences and things that I've been through in life. That's the only thing I can speak on. I can't speak on nothing I've never experienced or nothing that's never happened to me. That in itself, now that's a
You
lie.
say experience is the best teacher.
Yes, and I've been through some shit, man. Yeah, I've been through some shit.
Doc, thanks for the early birthday gift. I don't know if it's birthday, Father's Day, but I got it. I appreciate that. I mean, look, when you come from the backgrounds that we come from and you see where we've been able to get to, I still think about like, damn, I walk around in my house, I'm like, damn. I mean, my house will fit in my bedroom, my bathroom, and my closet. My whole old house would fit in that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is my life now.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, you got to pinch yourself sometime, man.
You do.
I know the feeling. Trust me.
I'm like, man, this don't seem real. And, I remember when my grandmother came to my house in Atlanta. I mean, she was just like, she just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Like, Lib, I never thought I've never thought I'd live to see something like this.
Same. Look, every holiday, every Christmas, Thanksgiving, Uncle Ocho, I should have over 20-something people in my house, my family. Mom, grandma, uncles, nephew, cousins. Like, we should be packed in there, man. You know what I mean? Like, that was the thing. That was routine for us. You know what I mean? Like, we had never experienced that when I was a kid. Yeah, everybody go to grandma's house on Christmas, but to all be under one roof, spend the night under one roof, live comfortably, man, come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, really, I could probably feed at the bar, at the other table, and the other table, I probably could feed 16, 18 people at once.
Yeah.
Woo, boy, you got your little junior high. Boy, you got yeah, 16.
Hey, blessed and highly favored, baby.
Yeah, man.
Hey, boy, he never lied.
And the thing is, Ocho, God is still good, bad, or indifferent. Because a lot of times when people, when you go through stuff, talk about, man, I don't believe in God. Guess what? I believed in him when I had everything.
Yep.
When I got from where I got to where I am now, I believed in him. So now, is he not God in good and in bad? Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. All the cars that's in the garage, what I'm able to do, the way I'm able to help my family, help people. He's still him. Absolutely. And I still believe.
And tough times.
That's not going to change. Absolutely.
Tough people do, baby.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. I am your favorite Uncle Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host, Liberty City's own Bingo Ring of Fame honoree. That's the Pro Bowler, All-Pro, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. And the third member of the team, Nightcap, breaking down this game tonight as the Indiana Pacers win 116-107, is the guy from Little Rock, Arkansas alum. That's ISO Joe Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And we want to send a special thank you, GP, for joining us. We look forward to having you back. If we get to a Game 6 or Game 7, come back and break it down with us. We appreciate that. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. Guys, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We can't thank each and every one of you enough because without you, we're nothing. All the awards that you see behind myself and Ocho is because of you. Word of mouth, your ears, and your eyes. Thank you so much because we've been able to get to places we never thought we would go, and that's all because of you. So we can't thank you enough. We appreciate your support and your continued support. Please make sure you check out Shai by Laportier. We have it in stock. If you can't find it in a city or state near you, we're coming to that city or state very, very soon. Order it online. We'll ship it directly to your door. The best tasting premium cognac on the market. Don't take my word for it. Try it. You will not be disappointed. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with the link, 84 being spelled out. That link is pinned in the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. The Indiana Pacers take a 2-1 lead over the OKC Thunder, 116-107. Thanks to Tyrese Haliburton, had an almost triple-double, 22 points, 11 assists, 9 rebounds. But it was Benedict Mathurin off the bench, 22 minutes, 27 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, a block. He was fabulous. They got 49 points from their bench. TJ McConnell was TJ McConnell. He had 10 points. Obi Toppin had 8 points. Shepard had 4 points. They had 21 from Siakam, 22 from, I mentioned, from Haliburton, as they win 116-107, take a 2-1 lead. Game 4, Friday night. Will they be up 3-1 or will it be 2-2 headed back to OKC? I'm Unc. He's Ocho. That's ISO. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night.
He's out.